Hi there, welcome to video number 129. This video is a ratio one again, and it's about the difference between the ratios this time. So the ratio is the way that something's been split up. The parts are the numbers that are in the ratio in between the dot dot, which means 2, and the difference is when you take one number away from the other. So the method states, with these sorts of ratio questions, you'll need to find what one part is worth using the difference between the parts. Right? It's always very useful to find what one part of a ratio is worth. Find the difference between the parts of the ratio. It's the first step. In the question, it will say how much more something is than something else. Divide that by the difference to find what one part is worth, and then multiply by the parts of the ratio as you normally would when you're sharing. Okay, so this first question here, a drawer contains I'm not sure that's how you spell drawer, actually, but we're going to go with it. A drawer contains yellow socks and black socks in the ratio of 7 to 9. There are 8 more black socks than yellow socks. How many yellow socks are there? All right, so this is a case of find the difference between the parts of the ratio. So that's going to be 9 minus 7 is 2. Okay, and then you're going to take the quantity, that's how many more there are, 8 more, and you're going to divide that by the 2. So 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. All right, so that is what one part is worth. All right, that's really important that you know that that's what that means. Okay, so if one part of our ratio is worth 4, then 7 parts of our ratio is worth 28, and yellow is worth 7 parts. Okay, so 28, we're going to do that multiplication there. 7 multiplied by the 4 is equal to 28. So it's 28 yellow socks in the drawer. And then the only thing that we need to do there for the last calculation is 9 multiplied by the 4. And that's easy, isn't it? 36. So 36 black socks. And that's it, right? And you can see very clearly there that there is a difference of 8 socks, and there are 8 more black ones than there are yellow. All right, and that kind of makes sense. So you're going to be very confident that you've got these questions correct at the end of doing it. Now, the ratio of Mary's age to Naz's age is 17 to 9. Mary is 40 years older than Naz. How old will Mary be in 10 years? So a little bit extra to do there. Just got to think, remember here at the end, that we're adding 10 years onto the age that we find out Mary to be, because we want to know how old she's going to be in 10 years' time. So the ratio is 17 to 9, so we're going to do 17 minus the 9, find the difference between the parts of the ratio. That's going to give us 8. Okay, Mary's 40 years older, so 40 divided by 8 is 5, so each part of our ratio is worth 5. Okay, so 17 times 5 is what Mary currently is in terms of age, which is 85. 5 times 10 and 5 times 7, add them together, 85 years old. All right, and then how old will Mary be in 10 years? So 85 plus 10 equals 95. 95 years old. Years young, maybe, would be a nicer way to put it. We might need to work out how old Naz is as well, and all you'd have to do to work out Naz's age is to do 5 times by 9, which is 45. And then in 10 years she'd be 55, obviously. Right, moving over to the third question. Let's have a look at the last one. So a bag contains red, green and blue counters in the ratio of 4 to 7 to 9. So we've got a 3-parter going on here. There are 2,360 more blue counters than red. How many more green counters are in the bag than there are red? Okay, so let's start off with this question by working out the difference between the things that we need to. So there are 2,360 more blue, I'm going to get a calculator for this one, more blue counters than red, right? So we've got green, red to green to blue, so let's write this down. R to G to B is 4 to 7 to 9. Okay, blue to red, so we're going to do 9 take away 4. They're the numbers that we need to deal with. 9 take away 4 is 5. So then we're going to take the 2,360 and divide it by the 5, because that's how many more there are. And that's going to give us what one part of our ratio is worth. So let's get that out of the way so you can see what's happening. 2360 divided by 5. Could do it without a calculator. It would be 472. Okay, if that's 472, that's 1 part of our ratio. You don't always have to write 1 part, but it's nice to just to remind yourself of what it actually is, what this number is representing. So 1 part is worth that. Then let's get our red. So that's going to be 4 multiplied by 472 equals the red counters. 1888. Okay, let's get our green counters. Let's just put red equals green equals 7 multiplied by 472. So I'm just going to divide by 4 to get it back to what it was, and then multiply by 7. And that's 3,304. Was it 3,304? Yeah. And then the blue ones are 9 times by 472. And I'm working all 3 out because I've forgotten what the original question was, so it doesn't really just divide that one by 7 and then multiply it by 9. So 4248. Right, I'm going to read the question again to see what it was it wanted me to work out. So how many more green counters are in the bag than there are red? So there's our green, there's our red. So we're just going to do 3,304 minus 1,888. And that's going to give us our final answer that we're going to put down here. And let's just do that in the calculator. So 3,304 minus 1,888, 1,416. Doesn't matter if I put it there or there. There you go. So that's the final answer. How many more green counters are in the bag than red? All right. What we could do is check just to see that take away that does make the 2,360 that it should do, just to be confident that we got the right answer. So 4248 minus the 1888 is the 2360. All right. So we are going to be very, very confident that that is definitely the correct answer now. Right, hopefully that does provide you with all the confidence that you need to attack these questions. Please click the link in the description and have a practice yourselves. Take care of yourselves, look after one another, share, like, subscribe, do something lovely for someone, phone someone you love and tell them you love them. Give someone a hug, do some nice things. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.